Hello, welcome to Super Return Asia 2019, coming to you from Hong Kong. I'm Sarah Clark and I'm joined by Lorelei Graye, who's the founder and managing director of Leodoran Financial and the ADS initiative. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, I'm glad to be here.
The topic we want to talk about with you today is off-the-record reporting, transparency, accountability and data integrity. Is there a need for more efficient and transparent reporting in the GP LP market?
Without a doubt. On the GP side, there's a proliferation of bespoke and custom templates that are creating back office burdens, unnecessary costs on their side. And for the LPs, we're seeing increasing allocations to the private capital markets. And that means a greater and greater need for an ability to efficiently collect and aggregate their portfolio information.
And is there a global push for greater accountability when it comes to these portfolios?
There absolutely is. I mean, it seems to be the problem that we're all trying to solve. And for the most part, the market participants are offloading a lot of that responsibility to the vendors who are more than ready and able to help. But it's more so a mitigation of the current gaps or inefficiency in reporting and not about the long-term solution.
So what progress has been made with regards to transparency and accountability in the Asian market?
I would say that it's actually about the potential to make major progress in this space. What we're seeing is an increasing interest and even greater allocations from the Asia LPs in the private capital markets. That means new investments, an opportunity on the operations and system side to, quote, build it right. And that can be done by supporting an industry-wide effort to improve the overall efficiency, granularity, and consistency in the exchange of information between GPs and LPs. Asia LPs could lead the market on this.
So portfolio reporting, what's the current data capture mechanism that's been adopted or more popular in Asia?
Well, it would be the same globally. Right now, what gets exchanged is typically PDF statements and sometimes Excel. So probably the most popular mechanism is an LP's own Excel capture template, so to speak, or their vendor's template. They all still tend to use Excel as a mechanism to capture the information and feed it into their own proprietary systems in order to be able to view it in a dashboard or at a portfolio level. And Excel has been the basis for years. Now, there are investments in automation, PDF scraping, robotics, and that sort of thing, and they're clever technologies, but when you still have incoming information across hundreds of different private equity commitments as an investor, the lack of consistency is still going to prevent a certain level of automation.
Okay, well, so can LPs in Asia, can they considerably influence industry practices with regards to the reporting methods?
I say yes, absolutely. With new and increasing private equity allocation, Asia LPs are uniquely positioned to influence this trend globally.
Okay, let's look at the ADS initiative. It's the Adopting Data Standards initiative. Briefly, what is it and why do we need to organise data standards in GP LP reporting?
That's a good question. The Adopting Data Standards initiative is a nonprofit that is seeking to create a global forum that can focus on the development and maintenance of data standards that can be generally accepted across the globe, which means that instead of forcing a template on the industry, it is giving a common language that we can utilize to exchange information. It does not mean prescribing the format or the style of presentation. It means being able to use a common set of data points, the labels and the definitions behind those data points, and having a common language like this means that information can be mapped or cross-matched across any system, any template, and does not require a particular presentation or structure to it beyond that.
So who are the ADS initiative supporters?
We only launched in April of this year, 2019, and we already have LP members in North America and Europe, small and large, as well as vendors, the different providers, including benchmarking firms, administrators, and service and technology providers.
So there's good growth. So is there a push then for a more robust framework to help level the playing field in the private capital market?
Yes, we absolutely. With the ADS, we're seeking to establish a global forum for the development and maintenance of data standards. This means that the large investors will benefit, but also even the smaller players in the market as well. Because if we all have a common language for the exchange of information, it levels the playing field on the access to information.
So what specific steps can LPs take to make global data standards a reality in the future?
Well, LPs can take 3 very specific steps. One is joining the organization to support the growth and the progress in our industry towards adoption of data standards. 2, encouraging other investors to join as well, because investor support is key to getting GP buy-in. Without the investors, the GPs have no incentive and no business case to do so. And 3, it would be influencing or encouraging your vendor relationships to support the standards that ultimately are going to benefit everyone in the industry. Maybe even making this part of the selection criteria as well.
Will the ADS initiative be responsible for setting the best practice reporting for the LP and GPs in the future?
When it comes to the best practice, I would say amongst the data standard, absolutely. We want to be able to set the common language of the exchange of information between GPs and LPs. But a data standard should never be a replacement for the agreement between a GP and LP on exactly what is disclosed. Those are settled in the LPAs and side letters, and we seek to only make that exchange more efficient.
Lorelei Graye, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us. And if you'd like to see more conversations like this from Super Return Asia 2019 in Hong Kong, you can find us on Twitter. Just look for #SRAsia. Thanks again.